Hey there, and welcome to Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. I'm Power Coach Alishia, your source of fun, funny, exciting, entertaining, and educational coaching, speaking, and direct sales training with a twist of tough mama bear, no fluff, no hand-holding, no bullshit love. I specialize in helping women step into their personal power, unleash their inner badass, and live the life they love, unapologetically authentic. So it's already been, an okay morning. I really feel like it's a shit show, but I'm doing my best not to say that. Nothing wants to work. I bought this ring light that I guess is just a piece of shit, even though it was like $30. Sometimes it turns on, sometimes it doesn't. And it's on a tripod stand. So, like, it holds my phone. I don't know what the fuck its issue is. Like, listen, I don't have the patience for shit that doesn't work. All right. Thanks for listening to me complain. My computer was not working, so I wasn't able to get everything up before I got on, so it'll be a little bit longer than it normally is. But I'm going to get these watch parties up and going, and then we are going to be talking about fibro flare-ups, conditioning from when you were a child, and whatever else comes up that's on my mind. So, you never know. I didn't really have a topic for today. Yay, Tessa! And I'm here earlier today. I'm usually live between 11 and 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I might be pulling that back just because I tend to go over because I wanted these to be like 20, 25 minutes. And they're always way longer. And then it like jacks up my day, but we'll see what happens. I did get up earlier today, so I'm wondering if that is my intuition saying, yeah, you should get up earlier so that you can do all the things you want to do before you start work every day. Like 20, 25 minutes. Okay. Got it. Ooh, I look like a raptor. I crack myself up. So, as you're getting on here, be sure to share. And then also say hi to me in the comments. If you are on replay, just drop hashtag replay and then feel free to interact with me as if you were live. Yeah. So again, if you are just joining me, we are talking about fibro flare-ups, conditioning from our childhood programming, and more on this episode of Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. Last watch party to start. All right, Jenna's in his house. Hi, Anitra. Okay, so one thing that I have been not necessarily studying, but something that I have been researching in small doses. Hi, Celia. Hi, Gavin. Researching in small doses from so many people that I know who have fibromyalgia and are, dealing with that and out of work because of it or can't have a job because of it. So this may be the same for you then, Tessa. We'll see. I mean, I don't know because I don't know. However, one of the things that I asked every single person who has fibromyalgia, which I don't, and I'm not a doctor. Hi, Zephyr. So this is just coming from research of clients and friends that have fibromyalgia. There's like a common denominator across the board. The intensity of the flare-up and what's the word? My brain isn't working this morning, so let me just think about it. So the intensity of the flare-up, how many flare-ups you have in a row, I'll just put it that way, and how long they last comes down to your mental fitness. Now, not saying that fibromyalgia is in your head. Hi, Latia, so keep listening to me, all right? So it's your mental fitness. Hi, Paula. So what I mean by that is the more positive things that are going on in your life, the more of a stronghold that you have over the negative voices in your head, not getting out of bed because you feel depressed, stress and anxiety. So the more control you have over those things, meaning you're living life where you're giving yourself headspace with journaling and meditation and exercise, whether that's a walk or yoga or Pilates, or you're crazy like me and you're doing, beach body stuff, whatever it is. But if you're taking that time to also feed your mind with positive things, which everything that I just said is called I call it your daily power up. And you're actually rearranging the order in which you run your life. So I want to talk about that a little bit, and then I want to come back to fibro flare-ups, okay? So I've called it the daily power up because I used to call it your hour of power. The problem with calling it your hour of power is really, truly, your power up could be longer than an hour, and you should spend longer than an hour if you feel connected to that. So during this daily power up, you're reading for 15 minutes, you're journaling for 15 minutes. Make sure you guys write this down. You exercise for 30 minutes, whatever that exercising is. You want to also, when you're getting ready for the day, listen to an audiobook, or if you're in my Step Into Your Personal Power Facebook group, I shared a YouTube video that I used to listen to every single morning, and it's so freaking powerful. And it's delivered like a sermon, so you're just like, yes, like you just feel so good when you're listening to it. I have 4 videos like that, so I'll be sharing those over, the next week or so. So while you're getting ready for the day, listening to something that is helping you develop your mind. So I a lot listen to, right now, Mel Robbins. I'm on her 3rd book, which is Work It Out. I've listened to Taking Control of Your Life and the 5-second rule. And I do it during my net time called No Extra Time. That comes from Anthony Robbins. And it's that time where you feel like you don't have time. And it's the perfect time to feed your mind when you're driving in the car, right? Waiting in carpool lane for your kids, whatever it is. So with that being said, where are we at? Oh, and then meditation. I like to use the Calm app for meditation because there are series, and the frequency. Thank you, Jana. I was like, what the fuck is that word? I love it because there's series. There's series on anxiety. There's series on stress. There's a series on gratitude. There's a series on happiness. There's a series on personal peace. There's a series on... there's a shit ton of series. There's so many. And if you have a hard time sleeping, then you can do a whole entire sleep series. I just love Calm is the app in your app store for meditation. And I don't remember how much it costs a month, but it's worth it, whatever it is. So that's your daily power up. Journal, read for 15 minutes, journal for 15 minutes, exercise for 30 minutes. Meditate with one of the meditations from the Calm app. Listen to personal development while you're getting ready for the day, while you're in the car, right? Like those things will change your life. Like right there, I saved your life. I saved your health. I saved your sanity. And they give you power, right? That's what these are. Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. My group is called Step Into Your Personal Power. I tell you that I specialize in helping women step into their personal power, unleash their inner badass, and live the life they love unapologetically authentic. And it starts with your daily power up. Okay, so every single day you do this daily power up. And for me, I find that I work Monday through Thursday and I'm off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I don't generally do my daily power up on the weekends. And I really should, because it does give me that headspace. It gives me that space between all of my thoughts, everything that's inundating me, everything that's on my mind, all the things that I want to do. It gives me that space in between life and business and myself and all the shit I have going on. And Paula says her sanity is still in question. Tai Chi is also another recommendation that Paula has. I used to love, and I know this is different than Tai Chi, but I used to love Tai Bo, which is like a blend of boxing and Tai Chi. Remember Billy Blanks and Tai Bo? I used to love that so much. So anyways, hi Tracy, your daily power up. Now, this will change everything in your life. Something you do, this is what you do for yourself every single day. You might not get to shower. You might not get to get your, do your hair. You might feel like you're running ragged and overwhelmed and all this other stuff. You really won't feel overwhelmed, but you have all this other stuff going on. So, or you might be able to shower, but you might not be able to put on makeup and put yourself together. None of that matters when you do your daily power up. The daily power up literally gives you back your sanity, eliminates overwhelm, takes away the stress. It's like an instant change. This isn't something that when you deploy it, it changes over time. it gets better and better over time, but it instantly frees you of the pressure and those stuck feelings and those overwhelmed feelings and all of that shiitake. All right. So back to fibro flare-ups, right? So all of the people that I have talked to, I ask the same question. When you have flare-ups, the intensity and frequency of them, does it correlate to your stress level at the time? 100% of the people I have asked, which is not like it's thousands, we're maybe like 15, 20, right? But 100% of the people I've asked have said yes. So the more stressed out you are, the more the stress is, the more that you are feeling depressed, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not feeding your mind, the flare-ups are that much more intense and that much more frequent. So if you don't have the mental fitness, as I like to say, built up, then when shit happens, it manifests in a flare-up. So I was talking to Paula yesterday, and I know she won't mind me saying this, and I was teaching her this. A fibro flare-up is actually your body's way of dealing with the stress that you're under, because you're not doing anything else to manage that stress. Absolutely nothing. So you're really not, whether you believe you are or not, because if you were, then it wouldn't be manifesting in your body. I believe in your heart you want to, but when it comes down to it, you're not. So because you're not doing anything else to get your mind stronger and give yourself the power, make your body stronger, feed your mind with more positive things, give you headspace, releasing the shit through journaling, you're like literally holding on to years and years and years of your life and your shit, right? You're holding on to the disagreement you have with your partner, not getting along with your kids, raising a teenager, the family member that's pissing you off, whatever it is. Hi, Amber. All of the things you're holding on to. And then you're stressed the fuck out and it manifests in your body. Because that's the only way for your body to release that stress that you're carrying around, because you ain't doing shit otherwise. So then what happens is you're incapacitated. Okay? You don't have... you can't move, you're miserable. And if you think about the levels of stress, right? Stress that you have, they would make you feel that way if they manifest in your body, right? If you're really stressed out, if you're feeling really anxious, if you're having consistent panic attacks, anxiety attacks, if you thought about what they would look like when they manifested in your body, wouldn't it be fibromyalgia? Wouldn't that be what it looked like? Like if you had to put, connect it? I believe so. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just thinking logically, right? Not scientifically. Now, like I was telling Paula yesterday, this isn't to say that you're not gonna have flare-ups. This is to say they're going to gap. They will be fewer and further in between. 1. 2, the intensity of them will be a hell of a lot less. And what will happen is you will see that the more that you're working with your daily power up and doing those things for yourself that I mentioned, they'll dissipate. You can literally heal yourself. I believe that 100%. Come on, are you going to work? See, it's not going to work. You can heal yourself 100%. Yeah, kickboxing. That's awesome, Anitra. Just making sure that I get all of your guys' comments here. All right, so that's my take. My non-scientific doctor, non-doctor, non-professional, non-psychological, psychiatric opinion with a little bit of research for fibromyalgia flare-ups. And I do feel, Tessa, it's not to say that you don't have fibromyalgia or you don't have scoliosis. Is it scoliosis? God, did I say the right thing? For fuck's sake, Alishia, get your shit together. Yeah, I did say the right thing. Not to say that you don't have scoliosis or you don't have fibromyalgia. This is just to say the reason why it's so bad for you is because you're not doing shit about it. You're not doing shit about your mind, right? Of course you've gone to the doctor. You're doing your best to get help. You're doing your best to take meds. You stay in bed, blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about the shit that's actually going to matter. Because the more you're stressed, the more you sit in that shit, the more that the victim takes over, the more that your ego bitch is talking and running your life, the more flare-ups you're going to have. The more miserable they're going to be, the longer they're going to keep you down. And the crazy thing about a body, right, is that once it starts down this path, it's like, oh, this is my new norm. I remember what that is. I'm going to turn it on. Flare up. Oh yeah, I remember. Flare up. Yeah, oh, I remember. Flare up. So at the beginning, like the first time it happened, your body had no fucking clue what's going on. You had no clue what was going on. It just happened because that was the last straw for your body. Like, this has to be released. You're literally holding on to toxins through your emotions and your mindset and everything. So when it first happened, it was like a fucking freak out, right? Like, wah! And your body like released it that way. Then as time went on, it was like, okay, she's stressed again. He's stressed again. Boom. She's stressed again, he's stressed again, boom. And then it could be something small. I love to use this example because it's funny and fucked up at the same time. You stub your toe, right? Oh, stressed again, flare up, right? You're like, what the fuck? I just stubbed my toe. So it's like anything that triggers that emotional response in your body, then your body is going, okay, that's the answer. That's how I fix it, right? That's how I release it. That's how I take care of it. And you're on the flip side like, no, right? But it doesn't matter because now there is this programming inside your body that this is the way to release. This is the way to take care of it because you are not doing shit about it. So when somebody says that, oh, I don't have time for a daily power up. Well, I'm sure as shit positive that you have no time for a fibro flare up. And if you have to choose between the daily power up, which is all the things that I listed that you need to be doing on a regular basis, and having a fibro flare up or a scoliosis flare up, I'm sure you'd fucking do it. Right? It's crazy how we prioritize what's important and what's not important. I can't do that. I have to run the kids here and I got to go there and I've got to do this and blah, 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 and I have all this stuff on my plate and da, 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 da. Okay, but if you had a fibro flare up, you wouldn't be doing any of that shit anyways. So take the 90 minutes and get your mind right and get rid of all the shit in your head and clear some space with meditation, exercise so your body is a little stronger, and then fucking rock it out. I don't want to exercise today. I don't feel like it. I've been exercising 4 days a week pretty consistently. I started out with 3 days a week, and I made it up to 4 days a week. And psychologically, I don't want to do 5 days a week this week. I'm dressed, as you can see. Right after this, I'm going to work out. And tomorrow, I'm working out again because in March, I made the commitment to myself that I'm doing 5 days a week. 1, I love the changes in my body. 2, I know that my body needs this. And 3, it helps my mind. So I'm moving forward and I'm making it happen and I'm doing it because I know it's what's needed, right? So that's what I have to say. What the hell about that? Let's go back. So Paula said when we talked yesterday, she hadn't journaled in, I don't remember how long it was, Paula, but she hadn't journaled in like forever. She literally journaled 7 pages last night. She just dumped it all out. Holy shit, if you're holding 7 pages of shit and thoughts and ideas and stress and fuck yous and this sucks and I'm sick of this shit and all of the things, if you're holding 7 pages of that in your mind, you're sure as shit gonna have flare-ups. There's no doubt. And potentially be depressed. Tessa, if I stay stuck in my depression and lay around, it's worse. The more I move and stretch, the better I feel, right? And that's just also proof that what I'm saying is true. So when you move and you stretch, it's better. And I promise you, if you got your mind shit together and you took the action there and did the daily power-ups, you would be at peak personal power. It would make a world of difference. Amber says there's research proven out there that people with a history of trauma and childhood trauma have internal pain that's not diagnosable because it's a body to brain connection, not actually pain caused from something actually wrong, which is a thing with fibromyalgia. That's why when this whole, which I call an epidemic, started, it was a lot of people said, oh, it's in your head. I can't find anything wrong with you. And the truth is, it is in your head, meaning that your head needs to be fixed. Like the negativity, the all the things, right? Plus taking action to make your body stronger and meditate to give you headspace and right? It really is in your head. And that, again, just proved my point. It is a body to brain connection. Your body is saying, or your brain is saying, listen, I can't fucking do this. I have way too much shit. I'm freaking the fuck out. I have all that I can handle and I don't know what to do. And the body is like, I've got this. Boom. Flare up. True. So, Amber just brought that to what my next part to this was. And that's the childhood programming that you have. I've talked about this a little bit because of the video or the books I'm listening to of Mel Robbins and just really understanding. And a lot of what Anthony Robbins says. He talks a lot about your programming and your default mode and what you anchor to and, all of those things. And here's the deal. If you don't figure out where the shit came from that is holding you back right now, the thought processes that you have, then you're not going to heal through them. So again, I know I can use Paula as an example because she knows where this comes from, the place of it coming from. It's not like a call out or anything like that. I just love using real life examples, and you're here, Paula, so we're using a real life example with you. So we're talking, and no, I'm not going to be specific about what she was talking about, but I said, how long has this been this way? She said 20 years. So then I'm like, okay, well then how old are you? And she said 53. I said, okay, so then what happened at 33 years old? Yeah, it's the apple pie thrive. So then what happened at 33 years old? Because originally I said, what happened at some point in your life that caused this to stick and be this way for so long? She said, I don't know. Okay. How long has it been this way? 20 years. Okay. How old are you? 53. Okay. What happened when you were 33? Boom. There was a traumatic situation at 33 that triggered this unworthiness she's been carrying with her for 20 years. And it's manifesting in the life that she sees around her every day. The inadequacies and how she's not living up to what she believes that she should, and the success that she should have, and their physical abilities, and list goes on and on and on, right? There's that ego bitch. And the ego bitch is so good at saying the most fucked up things to you, I tell you. So we talked a lot about it, and I gave her a good baseline plan. And journal and meditate. That was her baseline plan. And like she said, she journaled out 7 pages today. So the programming, and there's a few of you on here where we've had the conversation about what has happened, when did it happen, how old, what, da-da-da-da. Now, it's not to go to that trauma. So Paula can tell you, we didn't sit in that. We're not sitting in the trauma because I'm not trained in working somebody through that trauma. I only know how to take you from where you are and grow you from there. I don't know how to help you deal with this shit. I don't know how to do that. I mean, to me, there's no fucking point. The shit's been there for this long. Let's start here and move forward. We're not going to ignore it, but we're not going to live in it, right? So once we knew, and I think this was a big epiphany for you, Paula, wasn't it? Once we knew that this came from that point in time when she was 33 years old, it was like she realized that she had carried it with her forward. I bet you, until our conversation yesterday, she didn't realize that that's why her life looks the way that it does to her, why she feels the way she does about her life, and why she's taking the action she takes every day in her life, and why it's this never-ending cycle of shit for her. That's the pinpoint. That happened, it kicked her off her rocker, and she thought she got back on. But instead, she's lived in that victim mode for 20 years, not realizing it. So sometimes you could be choosing victim and you don't even know it. You're like, I get up, I get ready, I'm fighting for life, I'm doing my best I can, I'm not being a victim. So that is what I call choosing a victim as a survivor, right? Because you're living as a victim, living as a survivor and thinking like a victim. So you're taking action. You don't lay in bed. You're not feeling sorry for yourself. You're making shit happen. You believe it's going to happen and da-da-da-da-da, even though you have that ego bitch talking shit. Yet your whole mindset is victim mentality. So you're living in that crazy, horrible space between victim and survivor. It's the worst space you could be in. I'd rather you choose victim or choose survivor, because the space in between is horrible. All right, so let's see. Janice says the intensity is much less when I am journaling and meditating. Yep. Oh yeah, that's what I was attempting to say. The muscle memory, your body remembers. Oh, that's what I do. Okay, that's what I do. Oh yeah, that's what I do, right? So I want you guys to look at your life, and if you are feeling stuck and overwhelmed and stressed and lost and all of the things that make you feel those like inadequacies and why the fuck is my life like this, and I'm 53 years old, why is this my problem? I should have my shit together, or whatever those thoughts are that you have with yourself, you need to ask when it started. When did it start? What happened that set this path in motion? Once you figure that out, now you could take action right now to grow through it and make those changes. And now that you are aware of what happened over here, as you're making the changes to grow through it, journaling, meditating, personal development, exercising, all of those things, yes, whatever happens still remains true. It's just not where you're living your life from. So instead of living your life from this default mode of something 20 years ago, you're living your life on purpose every single day. And in a way that gives you power and unleashes that badass bitch that lives within you and helps you wake up every day and fight for yourself. And fibro flare-ups are really a thing of the past. You'll look back and go, oh, I haven't had one in a month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever it is. And then when you do have one, instead of it being this like intense incapacitation where you feel like you're gonna fucking die, right? Maybe it's more like a bee sting. And I don't mean that literally. I mean the difference in intensity, right? You'll never know unless you trust and do something different. I believe that this is your answer. I do. All right, I have to work out. I have calls to do. I have my nails to do. I've got a podcast interview. Holy fucking shit, today is crazy. A good reason to not work out or do this live, right? But I made a commitment and I'm here and I love doing these for you because I know that they're what you need to step into your personal power. And even if it makes my day a little bit later, I still show up because this is what I was born for, so why not? Paula says, in journaling last night, I found even deeper connections. I ended up sobbing when it came through. Exactly, because I felt massive power over it. Yeah, and that's okay. That's why people don't want to journal. They don't want to feel those feelings. Oh, I don't want to feel like that. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to feel the way that feels. Who gives a fuck? You need to feel the way it feels. The reason why it's still there is because you haven't felt the way it feels. So, journal through it. Release it. Be fucking pissed. Cry. Get excited. Whatever comes out. And then you're cleansed. You're ready to rock. It's great. If you're letting it sit there, though, you're not cleansed. And it's just eating you alive. All right, so that's what I have for you today. The link to start your free coaching training is in the description of this video. If you have not started the life track, I highly recommend that you do. It doesn't matter if when you start that life track, some of the daily emails that you're getting of training or life coaching, if they overlap some of the things I say. Because Anthony Robbins says repetition is the mother of skill. So the more you hear it, the more you listen to it, the more you see it, the more you do it, the more that it becomes you. So don't be afraid to read through the email and take the action knowing that you might have heard me talk about it a couple days ago. It doesn't matter. Do the fucking work. Be willing to show up for yourself because it's going to make a world of difference. You are so welcome, Paula. You guys, remember to give yourself some grace. Say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. And everything is about progress, not perfection. Time for me to go work out and rock this crazy day. See you later.